Yo, what's going on, Eagles Nation? I'm your boy, AK Eagles. Welcome to a noon stream here. I wanted to come on here. We had a really good conversation going up till 1:30 in the morning last night, and we had 10 people in there till 1:30 in the morning, which was remarkable. And I appreciate each and every one of you. But I brought it up into our chats earlier today, and I got some good feedback on it as well. So I wanted to bring it to y'all, and you got in and talk about it. What defines a quarterback, a scrambler? What defines him mobile? What defines him pocket? What defines a gunslinger? So I have some guests in the back with me, and I have some other people going to be joining as well that want to give their inputs because I believe this is a very, very big thing, and everybody looks at what a QB is differently. So let's get into it. Yo, what's going on, everybody? And I am welcomed by a couple guests of mine already here. A few more going to be coming around in a little bit. But real quick, that dope intro y'all saw is because of this woman right here. The one we've been praising last night, the one I'll praise right now. Key in the building has graced us with her presence, and I'm honored to have her on my show. I believe this is honestly the first time you've ever been on my show, if I'm correct.
Oh,
So I
wow.
appreciate you being here, and thank you so much for everything you do. You truly are a legend behind the scenes. People just truly need to know, seriously.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on?
I'm doing good, because I had a long day yesterday, took a day off, so today I'm ready to work. I got a Philly stream, I got my partnered stream with painted lines later, and a call-in after that. So I'm ready to work today.
And also welcome one of the newest members of Hardcore Sports, my dude Adam. He is also a giant content creator, but he does wrestling, he does UFC and all that kind of stuff. And he's knowledgeable on a lot of sports, man, and all of football, in all honesty. So appreciate you coming on, man, and thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me, man. It's an honor to be with you guys. I know that we're rivals, but at the end of the day, we're people, and we love the game of football, right? So I'm here to give you guys some opinions and hopefully not too many arguments.
Yeah, no, it's all opinion, man, and that's what makes this conversation right here so great because everybody looks at quarterbacks differently. Key might look at Hurts a different way than I look at him. Vic might look at him a different way than all of us. Mitch might have a different outlook on it. So, we had the conversation last night. What makes a pocket quarterback? What makes a gunslinger? What makes a mobile? And what makes a scrambler? Okay. And the biggest one that really tickled and tore feathers was Russell Wilson. I made the comment last night that in my mind, Russell Wilson is not a scrambling quarterback. He scrambles to improvise, to extend plays, but he's always looking for the pass first. He's not looking to run. I get it. In 2014, he had 800 yards rushing, but one, that was his third year. He was in his prime. He was young. And let's all be honest, Seattle has given him a really shitty offensive line his whole career. So he had to run a lot. But I promise you, if you would go and ask Russ, would he prefer to throw the ball or run the ball? I promise you he's going to say, man, I wish I could just throw it. But there is some quarterbacks out there who literally love to run the football rather than throw it at times. So You know, I just think of Russ as more of a thrower than a runner, even though he does have the running stats. You know, Adam said it earlier with me backstage. He doesn't have to run, but if you force him to, that's when he'll kill you. You know, but that's the word, force. You know, so how do you guys think about it? I want to hear you guys' takes on this.
I already said that Russell. For me, great. We already know he can scramble. He's a hard quarterback to even sack as well. When have you ever heard Russell Wilson getting sacked a lot? I know his offensive line is shitty. We all know this. His offensive line was trash. There's a reason why he was running for his life half the time. But he extended plays with his arm to find Tyler Lockett, DJ Metcalf, whatever guys he had open, he would find. But if he had to do it with his feet, he had to do it with his feet. And half the time, he was running half the time, majority of the time, because they gave him no offensive line. But now all of a sudden, Drew Lock's the guy. Y'all gonna give him some offensive line. But that's a different story for a different day. But he's a good. If you let him stand in the pocket, give him protection, he don't have a reason to run. There's no reason for him to run.
Well,
so either way, at the end of the day, we can say Russell can run. He's a scrambler. Yes, he is. He scrambles when need be, but that's not his first mentality of, oh, let me get the ball and just take off.
Well, that's interesting that you say that, because AK pointed out that 814 yards he had. That was one season. That was his best season of rushing, right? And to me, when I look at a scrambler or a mobile quarterback, Russell Wilson is the antithesis of a mobile quarterback, because he is dropping back and his first instinct is, let me get the ball downfield. It's not like, hey, like a guy like Lamar Jackson, who basically his strength is running. I mean, let's be honest, Lamar Jackson is not a great passer.
No, he definitely not.
Mask great passing by giving him 2 reads. You know what I mean? When you give a guy 2 reads on a side of the field, that doesn't tell me anything. Vic was the same way, although Vic had a better arm talent than Lamar Jackson ever had. But Michael Vick's strength was running, and that's what the Baltimore Ravens did. They want him to run. In Seattle, they don't want him to run. It just happens to be part of his repertoire. It's part of what makes him Russell Wilson, and the fact that he's 5'11", he has to move around to see the throwing lanes, because he can't see over the big guys that are in front of him. So his mobility is also acting as part of the way to get out and pass the football. So he doesn't just do it. He does it because he's small, and the guys in front of him are huge. Think of Doug Flutie, right? Doug Flutie was 5'7". He had to be mobile to get into the throwing lanes so he can actually see over the offensive lineman. So for AK, I agree with him. I agree Russell Wilson is not a scrambler or a running quarterback.
Well, and I'm glad you brought up Vic, man, because, that was kind of my argument to defend myself last night. And this morning when we were in the chats, I said, it's the first thing that pops into your mind when you think of these guys. What's the first thing that pops into your mind about Michael Vick when you think Michael Vick?
He ran
His
all the time.
Run.
His legs, correct? Like Michael Vick's legs. When that is what classifies him as that scrambling mobile quarterback, because when he was younger, his first 4 or 5 years, I'm pretty sure year-wise I'm wrong, but before he went to prison, dude, he devastated the NFL with his legs. That is what he did. Not only did it take him going to prison, coming out, and going to see Andy Reid, and Andy Reid developing him, already having a great arm, but developing his pocket presence in the pocket, is which made Michael Vick a complete quarterback. Even in one of his interviews that Michael Vick had, he said, listen, he's like, if I would have known what I knew in Philly, in Atlanta, he's like, no one would have ever touched me. He's like, I didn't actually become a complete player until I entered Philly and I got under Andy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, even he said, I was a scrambling quarterback. I used my legs. You said it, Lamar, Jalen Hurts. I'm sure I'm missing a lot more out there. But, like the likes of Derek Carr, Russell Wilson, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, these guys are mobile quarterbacks, yes. But Derek Carr is always looking to throw. Pat Mahomes is always looking to throw. Russell Wilson.
They run when need be.
Yes, they only run when forced to. Derek Carr is a beast at running. I ain't gonna lie, but he only does it when he's forced. Lamar does it just because he likes to have fun with it. Jalen Hurts does it just because he likes to have fun with it. And they are forced at times too. But if they look and they don't see anything instantly, they will take off. If they look downfield and they see this huge gap, dude, you know instantly their mind's not even on throwing anymore. It's instantly, I'm running this ball.
Right. And then also I feel like if the receivers are covered as well, and they looked at all they reads and they see this lane, so you're still going to sit there and try. No, you're going to take that game to run. So you're going to do that all day long. I see why Josh Allen sometime that game. Well, with the Bills, they're not that good at running. They have a good solid game, but their running game, isn't there. But maybe times is changing because they did draft some running backs. Maybe they're going to run the ball, but Josh Allen had more rushing yards than his running backs. So.
Is that a product? Is that a product of shitty running backs, or is that a product of them having no running game to rely on? See,
I mean, single.
I think it's a little bit of both.
And
It's gotta be both.
They wasn't bad. But that could be a reason.
They were my pick for the Super Bowl last year.
Well, like if you look at John Elway, right? Like that Mac is talking about. I don't know how old you guys are or people are. Elway was another guy who was a mobile quarterback that he could run. Like he wasn't necessarily that guy to run for hundreds of yards, but when he needed to, he could. Plus, he had a cannon for an arm. The guy could literally throw 55 yards on a rope across the field. Probably the best cross-field throw I've ever seen in the history of the game. But like you look at any quarterback, then you look at Brett Favre. Brett Favre had the same thing. He was mobile. And I think the problem right now is gone is the way of the pocket passer, and now is this new funky RPO looking offense bring out, right? Yeah. And so nowadays quarterbacks aren't being taught to pass anymore. They're taught to do these extensions of the run, these little dink and dunk, screen passes, and then the RPO, which for me, if I'm a coach, I'm lighting up the quarterback if he comes around on an RPO because I want to make sure that guy knows you ain't coming around this way anymore. And because of how this is going, I believe the quarterback position is evolving in a way where we're not going to see it anymore. We're going to see it as as a player on the field. Like Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson are players on the field. A guy you have to account for now in the game more than passing. Well, okay, he can pass here, but now I got to rush for his legs. And that changes the whole defense. And I think everybody nowadays wants a quarterback like that. But that's not how a quarterback should be built. Their safety is in the pocket. So for me, I would like a pocket passer because guess what? Roughing the passer is not going to be called when you're trying to get a first down. Roughing the passer
is true.
Pocket.
That is true. That is very, very true.
And my last point on that before I let it go is the backup quarterback has now become the most valuable position on the field because of the RPOs. Because now you are putting your quarterback in harm's way. You're going to see more guys like Tyrod Taylors and Mitchell Trubisky's get the monies that they get because the quarterbacks aren't going to last. Because guess what? They're going to come around and there's going to be a hero defensive end linebacker who's going to be like, I need to make my name right here and crush your quarterback, and he's out, for a few weeks with ankle injuries or hamstrings.
I always said that with Lamar. I said he's going to get hit one good time, and I guarantee you he's not going to run around no more.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I also made the comment last night, and some people also didn't like it as well. Scrambling quarterbacks have not won Super Bowls. And when I mean scrambling quarterbacks, I'm talking the likes of Michael Vicks, Randall Cunninghams, Lamar Jackson so far. Like for instance, when you look at Aaron Rodgers, okay, some people might consider him a scrambling quarterback.
He runs when need be. Aaron Rodgers, not to cut you off, AK.
No, you're good.
Aaron Rodgers can be mobile when need be. But you mostly see him 9 times out of 10, he's slinging the ball downfield.
Exactly.
Can I ask one question?
Yes, sir.
How long has running quarterbacks lasted in the league? If you look at pocket passers, Tom Brady is still in the league. You look at a guy like Cam Newton, he's still trying to get back into the league.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Steve McNair didn't last that long. He got beat up. Don McNabb got beat up, broke ankles and things like that.
Dante Culpepper.
Right, but yet Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, there's something in common with those guys. Hey, they're all pocket passers, and they've broken every record in the book.
Drew Brees stands in the pocket. Peyton Manning definitely can stand there. Whoever makes Peyton run, something ain't right, because you never see Tom run. You never see Peyton run. Only time you might see them run if they're on the goal line and get a sneak. That's considered a rush. But you're not gonna. They don't run. They don't run.
Wait. Yo, who did Tom make look stupid last year though? Remember he did take off on a run, and it was like 12, 15 yards, and I laughed so hard because he made that linebacker look stupid. Who was that?
I forget what game that was. I was like, y'all got here Tom Brady looking like he's Terrell Davis out here.
I was like, yo, you got.
I mean, I know what you're talking about. Forget the name.
No, if I was that guy, I would have sat down and been like, nah.
I'm retiring right now.
I am done. I got juked out by a 45-year-old man that can only run 2 miles an hour. I am fucking done.
Looks like he's running in quicksand.
Oh my God, what game was that? No, it was not against the Giants. Mac, don't do that. Are you serious? Are you really? Who was it though?
I think it was.
Who was it though?
Wait, it was actually the Giants? Please.
Was it really you guys? Because if so, I feel so bad for whoever it was, man.
I hope that guy's not on the team this year.
Who was it though? If it was,
I don't remember.
Oh, it was the Giants. Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
it was probably. I think it was Tay Crowder. I think Tay Crowder came up to him and put his head down, and Tom Brady just juked him and got the first down. And we're like,
God damn.
Yo,
I can imagine.
So
I can hear Nate yelling right now.
You guys, or I wouldn't have even said shit.
Is that why they got Kayvon Thibodeau?
Wow.
Kayvon Thibodeau is our defense is crappy, and Tay Crowder puts his head down a lot, and that's what happened. Is when you put your head down to go strike at a quarterback, and he's like, "Well, see you later." Olayed. He just Olayed him like a bull, and just got the first down. And of course, they beat us so badly that they put in Blaine Gabbert. Blaine Gabbert comes in, and we stop the quarterback in 1 second. You know what I mean? So,
no, okay, but BLSG, that's what we're trying to say, though. Yes, he did get out. He did scramble, but every time that Pat Mahomes is scrambling, he's looking to throw it 70 yards downfield to Tyreek Hill at that point.
I think
now and then he will run if nothing is available, but he's always looking to throw that ball.
Yeah, Mahomes is definitely a pocket passer. Like, again, that's not his mentality to run first. Yes, he can run when need be. He looks for the Kelseys. He looks for now it ain't Tyreek Hill now, but he looked for the Tyreek Hills and those guys and the running backs, and he didn't see anything. He took off. Patrick Mahomes can run. He can burn you for a good 30 yards. He's done it. So
I still can't believe it was the Giants. I feel so
I know,
bad.
man. I can't get over that shit, dude. I'm so
Wait,
man. If I knew it was you guys, I would have kept my mouth shut.
I'll tell you,
someone 12 yards.
Clip on Twitter
that Mahomes is not a running quarterback, because last year he only had like 381 yards, so that tells me he's not there to run. He just does it to get out of the pocket. Even Russell Wilson has better numbers last year running the football. Oh, no, he actually doesn't. Russell Wilson was injured, so he didn't have as good as numbers, but that tells me that he's not a runner. And in Andy Reid's offense, think of Donovan McNabb minus the legs. Donovan McNabb was in Andy Reid's offense. He ad-libbed a lot because he could also scramble. Pat Mahomes does it, and the thing about Pat Mahomes is, look at his arm angles. He's throwing no-look passes. He's throwing off-angle throws. He's not doing it to run. He's doing it to escape the pressure, to do what Russell Wilson does. Russell Wilson, though, he does the whirling dervish where he drops down 20 yards, spins against the D tackle, runs 5 yards this way, then throws the ball because his offensive line was terrible. Mahomes doesn't have that problem.
Yeah, Mahomes has too good of an arm to be like that guy has a cannon. That guy's a freaking cannon.
Just him saying 12-yard first down. All I imagine is Tom Brady running first of all. Dude, that is like the slowest slow-mo on a DVR that when you fast forward, and they're just running super slow, and it's like, dude, how can you miss that tackle?
Can someone
is
please
slowest
send me the
man.
link to that?
Listen,
I want to see it.
If
Someone
you
send me the
put
link.
Tom Brady on the 40-yard dash right now against everyone in the NFL, he'd probably be in last place.
He'll be like 20.
Okay. Yeah, no, like he's probably in last place out of everyone in the NFL. How do you miss that tackle? That is super slow. I don't know, but it's just funny as hell.
Yeah, I'm looking at the highlight. I'm looking at the highlight right now.
Yeah,
Can you
it's.
DM me the link. I gotta see it.
Can you share it, please? I don't want to make fun, but dude, it is funny because he's so slow. He is so slow, and I don't get how he missed.
Oh,
It's so bad.
and by the way, happy birthday to Quez Watkins.
It's in the
his birthday
private,
today.
private chat.
Oh, I get it.
What's that?
So if you want to take it from the private chat, drop it into the comment. I said I got the link in the private chat.
Here, I got it. I'll share it. I'll
Take
share
from
it.
there and drop it
Give
in
me
the
a
comment.
sec. Let me pause it real quick. I'll share it.
He
No, wait,
said the punter is Dustin Tom Brady. I can't.
Are you kidding me right now? Where? Hopefully, I don't get copyrighted.
It's okay. It won't be that
Tom
long.
Brady. This is Tom Brady. The title of the video is Tom Brady shows off his wheels on the third down
All right.
rush.
Here we go.
When you're ready.
Drops back.
Ready?
Here it comes. Take credit for this.
Hold up. Back up.
Take
It's
credit
gonna
for the
it's gonna
No,
replay
look how
again.
pumped he is, dude. He knows, like he's like, I got away with one there, man. I almost died. Look at this shit. Like, yeah, how do you miss that? That is
Take
fucking
crowd.
Tom Brady.
Take
Come
crowd.
on, man.
Take crowd.
Are you shitting me right now?
Take crowd.
That is
48 misses the tackle.
Yo, that is the
Mr.
slowest man in the NFL right there.
You know what?
And he's giving it to us too. He's letting the world know I just did that on national TV against the linebacker who ran a 4.6.
Hey, Jay Milton, I haven't seen you in a minute.
I oh my god. I still can laugh about that. Thank you. You know, that is that worse than your 3rd and 9 QB sneak?
Or is that worse than Daniel Jones falling face first?
Oh, that 89 yards and he falls over.
Yeah.
That's one of those ones when you put the compilation together of why the Giants have sucked. That's one that added. The Daniel Jones,
everyone
80 yards
did.
tripping on the turf in the middle of the link. I have no idea how you do that. He could have cruised. He could have just cruised to the end.
That was I was watching that. I said, "Oh no!" I said, "Daniel Jones is about to run 90 something yards on us," and then all of a sudden, what the hell? Who tripped him?
No.
He was all by
So,
the air.
my
tripped him.
friend is a Giants fan, right? And so I was on the phone with him when it happened. He hung up on me, didn't talk to me for 3 weeks. And I asked everyone this, who's ever on my show or whatever, which is worse, the butt fumble or Daniel Jones falling face
The
first?
butt fumble. The butt fumble.
I still go with Daniel Jones. I'm
No,
sorry.
because the butt fumble led to like mad points the other way, right? Daniel Jones was just a complete klutz. That has nothing to do with you running into your teammate and then them picking up the ball and scoring after they just scored a touchdown the previous drive. So I would put the butt fumble there, but it's right up there amongst.
I gotta go Daniel Jones, man. It felt like he got sniped from Modern Warfare
NFL
2.
Follies. Remember NFL Follies or bloopers or whatever? That would be on the blooper reel. That would be on the blooper reel.
Yeah. You know what?
Thanks for bringing me down memory lane of last year. Tom
Hey.
crapping on our starting middle linebacker.
Dude, I'm
Hey,
sorry. It totally slipped my mind that it was you guys, man. I really honestly wasn't thinking it was you guys.
I didn't know.
I honestly didn't either.
know.
I just remember seeing Tom make that run. I just never put together it was y'all. And I'm not making fun. Adam knows it's nothing but love. He knows it's nothing but love, but I'm very shocked it was y'all, honestly.
If this was on the Cowboys, believe me, I would have taken it to a whole nother level. If it was on the freaking Cowboys.
But see, the thing is that the worst part about it is that the linebacker goes out of the play, right? Then comes back into the play and gives the worst effort I've ever seen a linebacker give in my life. Like, that's Tom Brady. Go make a name for yourself. Go tackle him and force the punt or field goal. I don't even know what yard line they were at, Probably.
That's
But,
that's a Michigan alum.
But man, against the Georgia Bulldog, that's something to be.
Yeah, I'm a Michigan fan, so I had to.
My lunch hurts right now. My lunch is going to taste bitter right now.
I'm sorry once again. I think you're capping, boys.
Boys for life. I've seen that video you did. I've seen it without his face on the person. So that video I already knew. I already saw. Okay. Did you fix that comments thing?
It was like when JJ caught the ball versus the Saints. Nobody saw it coming. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's why he made the team. Oh, I was talking about preseason. Yeah.
Yo, that's something they need to bring back, man. I remember when I was a little kid back in the early 90s. I don't know if you guys remember, but remember NFL used to release those Foley tapes?
Yep.
Like the funniest.
I was born in
moments of the
94.
NFL.
It's called NFL Follies.
You forget
Yeah.
Mitch is still a teenager to us.
I'm telling you.
but that's dude. They need to bring the Follies back. No lie, man. Truly.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be called the NFL Follies. They used to take all the recordings of funny moments
There
in the
was on a
NFL.
VHS tape.
Wait.
VHS tape. Yep, I still have the VHS tapes, dude.
Wait, didn't ESPN have like a not top 10? Is it kind of like that?
Well,
Yes.
it's kind of sort of like that.
Kind of like that.
Kind of.
Yo, what's going on, fellas?
No, I kind of know what it is.
I'm chilling on the game. Oh, y'all know the reason why Daniel Jones felt like that? Because I was aiming at him. And then I shot him in the back. I'm joking, y'all.
Oh,
You shot him in the leg.
Yeah, I shot him in
What were you
the
doing, man?
what are you, the guy from SpongeBob?
He forgot to clip his toenail.
And if that guy never does anything in his career, that will be one of the highlights that comes up every time.
He forgot to clip his toenails.
No, though, what made me feel so bad for the guy is that y'all were laughing at him. His own team. Like that at that point, it's like it went instantly, my brain went to the TikTok where it's like instantly that was the moment he realized he fucked up.
Yeah, but how do you even get up and be excited after you just tripped with nobody around you, 80 yards? Like, I can't even be happy. I would get up and damn, what am I doing? Like, he didn't even look sad. He just kind of got up, shuck it off, and walked back to the huddle. I'm like, dude, be angry, spike the football, be like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, let's go back to the huddle. Like, give me a
You would have thought they would have wanted to trade him then.
Yeah.
No, oh my god.
I still can't believe it was the Giants. I didn't know.
You guys can't even move on to another team because you're laughing so hard about Tom Brady and his molasses run.
Yo, you know what, man? That's what we need to do. We need to go out and we need to get Tom Brady and who was your guys' quarterback last year?
Daniel Jones.
No.
You mean Mike Glennon?
Glennon. Yes, we need to
Mike
get Glennon and put them in a race and see who wins.
Okay, I would just, if I was Glennon, I would lie down. Like Jeff Jarrett and Hulk Hogan back in the day in WCW Nitro, where he just lied down and gave up the title. That's what I would do. Glennon, he would trip over his neck, that jerk. He shouldn't be in the NFL anymore.
You got a giraffe and a lame duck running.
You have a goose and a lame duck, right?
Y'all can't call him Mike Glenny. Y'all got to call him Long Neck Glenny. It's
Long Neck Glennon, yeah.
Man, why are we going back and reliving the misery that was the New York Giants? Are we serious? Are we serious? You really have to show replays of what happened with Tate Crowder getting burned by Tom Brady?
I didn't know it was you. I didn't know.
We're talking about the fact that we got to talk about the two quarterback sneaks. Do we have to relive Mike Glennon? I don't even want to think about what the hell happened last year. It gives me agita. I get skin crawls when I think of that season last year.
No, Jeff, I am being honest to God here, man. My right hand is up, and I'm telling you, bro, I did not know it was you when I made the comment. And then as soon as Mac put it in the chat, that was us. I started feeling bad because instantly I was like, "Oh shit!"
You don't trust us. We felt bad too. We were laughing in horror. We were laughing in misery the entire time when all these things happened. It's the 2021 New York Giants. What didn't happen to us? What are you doing?
Dante, what were you saying?
Franchise happened to us.
The worst part is that it was the slowest quarterback in the NFL. That's the worst.
No, not the slowest, the oldest. What do you mean? He's the oldest.
Oldest and slowest.
No, he still was able to juke out a professional linebacker out of Georgia.
He juked out a guy who was 20 years younger than him. He's 45. Tate Crowder's 24. You got juked out by an old man.
I swear to God, bro, I didn't know. I'm so sorry.
I honestly thought it was the Cowboys for a second.
Is he on? This question though, is he on your team this year?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's right now going to be our starting linebacker. Well, I hope he's not, but right now he's positioned as our starting linebacker opposite Martinez.
Tate Crowder led the team in tackles last year. Tate Crowder was their leading tackle.
He didn't lead in that tackle, did he?
Because Martinez, Coach, just to say that though, Martinez was out pretty much the whole season. That's why Crowder did, because Martinez played the whole season. He would have led the team in tackles.
When everybody's in there watching and they go, "Who the hell's this?" And they start like, "Who the hell that was?"
Yo.
Like, what's that?
Yo, if I was that linebacker coach, bro, that Monday when I went in, that would have been the biggest clip frozen in that room, right? And as soon as he sat down, I would have been like, Jameis, what the fuck was that? that would be like
you know what he should get for his birthday? Someone blaster that, like a big picture just hanging in his family room. He has to look at that for every day.
You know what defines the New York Giants 2021?
I mean,
circus, everybody. That's what the New York Giants.
The Eagles fan base has one person that can go there. I didn't say anything. All right, Dante, what were you saying?
I was saying, man, you show that clip again. I didn't take a good look at the clip. If you could show it, I didn't take a good look at it. I really didn't take a good look.
It's on NFL Network.
Coach just wants to rub more in the wound. That's what he wants to do.
Dante trolling.
Hey, Queen Resurrection's in the building. What is up,
Queen?
Yo, let's go, Queen.
I know Dante trolling.
Queen Raider, huh?
What's up, Queen Raider?
Appreciate you stopping.
Queen.
Yeah. Okay. So in all honesty, I gotta ask you guys. There is a few, but which one hurts the most? Okay.
Hold on, I got it.
Is it the one we're about to show?
Can you bring it up?
Is it the run? All right. There you go.
Dante, here you go.
Here we go.
I didn't take a good look at this. I know.
Brady takes the snap. He's running up the middle. Take Carson and he misses him. And Brady gets the first down.
Yo, he didn't just get the first down. He got like 15 yards. The guy had it.
Oh, I'm gonna make it full screen.
Oh my God. Yo, but I love the energy Tom comes up with though. He's like, I did not die. Let's go.
And that's not slow motion. That's actually how fast Tom Brady does run, but he's still mad.
Right? I'm telling you.
Yo, he looks like he's a klutz.
You know what's funny? He tosses the football like he hit a walk-off home run. There we go.
Hell.
I don't know.
Hey,
I got it.
Why don't we play Daniel Jones falling too? Let's just throw that in there as well.
I'm sure somebody has it.
All right, can someone do that? I don't want to pull it up this time.
I told you I got him in the leg a little bit. I know I got him in the leg a little bit because I was aiming. I was aiming at him.
How about we play Evan Ingram dropping that wide open pass?
Dante, I did a 360 no stroke in Modern Warfare 2.
Or how about the Denver Bronco game where at the end you guys let him run for like.
Oh, I love that. That was my favorite. Bro, all of a sudden you see three giants just chasing them. You see a bad tackle.
No, random. I'm just my whole point to that whole Brady thing, man, was when we were actually talking about it before I knew who it was. Is whoever that my original comment was whoever that man was that Tom Brady juked out should be feeling really bad because that's a 45-year-old man who made you look stupid. And instantly, here come the Giant fans. That was us. Like I didn't know.
In the back in the private.
You know, it was really awesome.
I got it.
It wasn't even in a game. It was after we got Smith, like all the content creators blowing up, dude.
I was pissed. I was pissed.
AK, I got it.
What, this one?
Ready?
The best highlight of his career. Thursday Night Football. The entire world's watching. Oh, look, Daniel Jones. He can just cruise to the end zone. Oh my God!
Nobody can stop him. Nobody can stop him.
Look at him. Nobody's not like, oh, shit, fellas.
Notice none of his teammates cheered him.
What is
See
he
that? Like, they just helped him up, and that was it.
What, he got too excited? Like, oh my God, I'm stumbling. What's happening? Like this commentary.
He said that he heard footsteps.
There's the goal line. Oh my God.
None of the Giants people said
Like, here I go.
anything.
Here I go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
How do we go? Look, how do we go? How do we go? Uh-oh.
There's my feet.
Look at that. Like there's nobody around you.
There was a sniper.
Wait, am I really running?
There was a sniper somewhere, dude. He got sniped.
Nowhere.
Run, Daniel, run. Run, Daniel, run.
This is like Forrest Gump, except he falls.
That dude was
Oh God.
And then he gets crushed.
Everybody.
Do you have the Evan Ingram drop too? Why don't we throw that in there? Because that pretty much lost us that game.
Hey,
someone bring it
wide
up.
open
You don't
pass.
make me keep searching for these heartbreaking moments, man.
Let's keep it going.
I'll share the screen if someone brings it up.
This is what we talk about scrambling quarterbacks.
Max, like, all right, like,
Daniel Jones is not a scrambling quarterback because you can't even run in a straight line for 80 yards, okay, without falling. I mean, who does that? Any running back in the league can run 80 yards. This guy's running 80 yards, and in the middle of nowhere, he doesn't even trip on the turf. It's just like his foot was like.
This is why it's worse than a butt fumble. I am sorry. This is why it's worse than a butt fumble.
no, it's not worse because they scored. That's
We
what
scored a touchdown afterwards. So
Right.
the butt fumble was a lot
The
worse.
butt fumble
it just makes Daniel Jones look bad. That's all.
That's gonna be if he does not do well this season. He gets
But
pushed out of the league.
our
That would be his
defense
first
was the one looking funny because we let him run 89 yards.
No,
Right.
That was a good RPO. Look, that was an RPO. Like it was a good play call. That
It
would've
was.
been one of the best highlights of his career. Except no, of course, our quarterback falls. Any other quarterback is in the end zone. The Giants quarterback is on his face.
Daniel Jones had not one but two of those
tag
plays. He also
Logan?
had another one against Washington last year, but it got called back because we had a holding penalty. So he had two of those type plays. One because he falls down, doesn't even get in the end zone. The other one because somebody was holding on the outside, so they had to call it back. So it's just like multiple times that's happened to him with something like
See,
this.
that's what I'm saying. Like Daniel Jones is not a natural runner. Natural runners don't fall in the middle of the field when nobody's around. That just doesn't happen. Barkley, that's a 68-yard touchdown, 80-yard touchdown. He's in the house. He's putting deuces up. No, Daniel Jones is carrying the football like he's just, like he just stole money. It's like, oh, I got to make it. Oh, shit.
Well, okay. In all honesty, like how many other quarterbacks in his situation are falling?
None. Tom Brady doesn't even fall. Tom Brady didn't even fall. He was running 12 yards.
No, he's too busy juking out young linebackers trying to get to the first down. That's what Tom Brady is
This guy had
doing.
the Red Sea parted for him, and he's running with nobody.
Are you guys playing Tom Brady again? I don't think so,
Tom Brady
right?
has a linebacker in his sights and does one little lift leg move, lifts his back leg, the linebacker misses, and then he slides before he gets hit. Daniel Jones, I don't know what the fuck he was doing because he comes around and he's like looking at the crowd and he's like, oh my God, and falls for nothing.
He didn't even know what the fuck he was doing.
Oh, damn it, I'm so fired up right now. This is why I hate Daniel Jones. I don't really hate Daniel Jones. He just annoys me.
No, I
This
listen.
whole team annoys me.
Listen, random. I get it, dude. We shouldn't be laughing. It was bad on our part because we bit on the handoff
Oh, yes,
and
he
not
did.
on
That he
Jones.
went right up
But-
in there. That's why I said
but
that.
it is funny.
On defense.
Oh yeah. No, that was like they said, that was a great play call. We bit on the handoff and he kept it. It was a great play call. But the shit is funny. I mean, at the end of the day, even if not that. Listen, when someone falls, I always laugh, especially if they're not hurt. Like, when people fall, it's funny to a point.
You check and see if they're hurt. If they're all good, then you start
Especially
laughing.
for no reason.
I know that you're mad that you gave up 80 yards on that play, but
Yeah.
it's not like you got to laugh out of it because I mean, if I'm a defender, I'm like, damn, he scored, and then he falls at the end. I'm like, damn, I'm watching. They're probably in the meeting room on Monday laughing at the Giants, like, look at this quarterback, look at him, look what he's doing. We played.
Well, I also
this guy
hope they
twice a
found a way
year.
to win the game too. I mean, they won the game in the end, so they could laugh about it. If they lost the game, they probably wouldn't have been as
Oh,
funny.
that play irked my nerves. I wanted to kill D-Jack. What?
I know, but that, you know what though, man, that to me, that was on Deshaun Jackson being young and dumb. First off, and two, that was just excitement took over him. That was a
hate
mistake.
that.
And you know
Not
something, and you know something, he never did it again.
Nope.
He never made that mistake again. That was just excitement. Him getting too big
seen
for
that before, though,
himself,
from other
and he made a mistake,
Yeah.
but he corrected it. If
I mean,
it would have
Plaxico
been a
Burress
continuous thing, that's
caught a
one
pass and
thing.
spiked
But
That's right. Yeah, Burns did that with the Steelers.
That was-
in the
that
middle
was
of
really
the middle of the
stupidity.
play, and then it was a fumble because they caught a pass, and it was down and spiked the football.
I hate Deshaun Jackson. Not literally hate him, but that guy's given nightmares for years.
Oh,
What
the
Deshaun
Matt
Jackson has done to
part
us
two.
all the time. That guy. Thanks,
What'd you-
Matt Dodge. Thank you.
Wait, what
Thank you,
about
Matt
Brian
Dodge.
Mitchell?
Mitchell?
Remember
Meadowlands.
Brian Mitchell?
Brian Mitchell gave us
Brian
fits as
Mitchell
well.
did it to y'all too.
Michael Westbrook was actually worse
Westbrook
than Brian
was a
Mitchell.
giant killer.
Westbrook was great against the
Boston
Giants. He
Scott.
always killed them.
Boston Scott.
What is with these miniature running backs destroying the Giants every year they play? You got Westbrook, you got
Terrence
Mitchell.
Steele.
Brian Mitchell was my favorite. I loved Brian Mitchell. That was my favorite.
I like Michael Westbrook, but damn, sometimes I'm like, would you stop being so good against us?
Brian Westbrook used to kill us all the time, every single game. It was just Brian Westbrook and really no other receiver, but he still beat us
Yeah,
every
but
single time. We couldn't
I
stop
remember
it.
2003, we punted to Brian Westbrook, and of course, Eagles misses the tackle as Westbrook was untouched basically to the end zone, and our season is a complete failure.
Yep. And that Deshaun Jackson play 2010, just it haunts. It not only
The worst
destroyed
part about
our
that play-
season, but of all people in our stadium, and he's doing the run back behind us, like while he's just waving to Matt Dodge, like, thank you for being a dumbass and kicking it to me and letting me run back into the end zone without you guys even trying to touch me. Thank you. Touchdown. Good night.
The worst
See you
is he
later.
dropped the football.
Yo, call
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
he dropped
wait,
the-
hold
that
on,
probably
hold on.
helped you. When
Hold
he
on,
dropped
hold
the
on, hold on.
football.
I gotta address this real quick. Young and dumb, excited dude. He's been playing football his whole career. That's no excuse. We are taught in Pop Warner to play to the whistle. That was just a dumb move. I'm never going to sit here and ever try and sit and position myself in a player's position like that because I've never been them. Okay, but in the end, I get it. These guys are professionals, but in the end, they are fucking human. And excitement is a real thing. Yes. Well, you don't think players are excited when they play in the Super Bowl, even though they're professionals and their nerves don't get them? You don't think whenever they score a 70-yard touchdown, their nerves don't get them and they're not excited?
I mean,
Well,
look at Tom
I
Brady.
get
when he,
they're professionals, but there is excitement and there is dumbness in football. People make dumb mistakes. What's his face from the Browns? That smashed Mason Rudolph over the head. He's very talented, but that's a dumb move.
Miles Garrett.
Yeah,
Or how about Gus Farrar
that was
jamming
a
his head
dumb move. That was a dumb move. There's many things that happen that are stupid. I mean, some players fist fight. What was his face? The corner back in the day for Tennessee.
Finnegan.
quarterback or corner?
How many fights did Finnegan get into? Because it's excitement. It's being young and dumb. Sherman is the same way. attitude, lip, dude. They don't give me
T.O.
that.
on the star. T.O.
Don't
on the star.
Dude, excitement is all about football. These guys are excited every moment they step on the field.
That's
What
why
are
they're
you
taking it out of
talking
the game, man. It's actually they've taken the taunting away, right? You used to get up and jaw jack with somebody. Yeah, man, I just laid you out. Now you can't even do that. That's a 15-yard penalty these days.
It's the same thing with the NBA too. NBA, you can't even do it.
I know they're professionals, my guy, but you can't say they can't get excited. You can't say they can't do dumb mistakes. You
Plus, they're
can't.
not supposed to
They're
be
human. They're not fucking programs.
You're allowed to show emotion.
Be
during the
excited
game.
when you score. You just had an 80-yard play. Bob up and get up and get excited because you just did something against the defense that's been beating you all day. And you ran 80 yards. I see guys do a first down marker for a 3-yard play. Hell, the team is losing and they get up and point first down.
Yeah,
Don't
they
give me
always
this.
do that.
Don't give me this professional bull crap, okay? This isn't golf. We're not golf clapping here, all right?
Oh, I
This is
like
emotion.
golf.
It's
Don't
adrenaline.
do that
If
to
you ever
me.
played football in your life,
I'd rather
you
watch
know.
paint dry than watch golf.
I was raised to watch golf, so
Oh
I'm
God,
just saying, I
pray
played
for you,
football
Mitch.
and I knew when to use that excitement and when not to. If I'm down 50-0 and I make a catch, I'm going back to the huddle. But if the game is
Right.
tight, you're damn
There's
right
no
I'm going to
exciting.
jaw jack to you. Yeah, look what I just did to your defense.
And not just that, but there's times, dude, I've played football and I've been pissed because we've been losing by 40 points and I know we shouldn't have been. But, dude, it's emotion. It's part of football. If you take emotion out of football, there is no football.
A big part of football is the emotion aspect of it.
Some people said that guy random says Jackson was cocky though. So was Deion Sanders. You know what? Deion Sanders was the biggest cock bag there was. But you know what? He backed it up.
So was Terrell Owens.
So is Randy Moss.
I love me some me. I love T.O. Okay? Chad Johnson. We go down the list. Steve Smith. If you see
Chad Johnson or
Antonio Brown.
I mean, do I have to quote NFL films? I've been watching it all week. I can see all these guys were on NFL films this week. I can give you all the quotes. You sit here and tell me professionals. That's what Charles Barkley said back.
Ray Lewis.
When somebody asked Charles Barkley, "Are you a role model?" He goes, "I'm not a role model. I am not a role model." He's not. He's right. Your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, they should be your role models. Not some professional.
Hey, Jerry Lee, perfect example. Your fucking icon on Twitter. B-Dog. Talk about emotion. You want to talk about somebody who played with emotion and energy and left it all out? Come on, man. Really?
Javon Curse, the freak. I love the freak, man. I loved him.
Football is all about emotion. If you go out there not psyched up, if you go out there and you don't show emotion, you ain't winning shit. Because you're just going to be just a blamed person walking around like, oh, hey, what's up, man?
Well, if you want to be professional, let's bring it down like this. I don't want a punch clocker. I don't want a guy that's going to come in at 9 to 5 and say, "Yep, I've got my paycheck," and leave. I'd rather have the guy that's going to be a dog and ignite the team and get me going than some guy who's going to, go back to the home like I'm just here for a paycheck. It's the ones that have the greatness that talk. T.O., Andre Reed talked. Okay, all these boys talked. They had a cocky swagger to them. Aaron Rodgers talks all the time.
But it's okay to be cocky if you back it up. D-Jax backed it up. Terrell Owens backed it up. Sanders backed it up. All these players that have been cocky over the years, they're only cocky because they backed it up.
But
when Terrell Owens said he was going to do something, the dude went out and fucking did it. And you didn't like him because he did do it. The same way with Sanders. Sanders said you were going to go against him and he was shutting you down. Guess what? He shut you down. They were cocky because they backed up what they said.
I think it's an old school mentality because I think the new people don't like the talkers. And I'm like, just adapt with the times. You don't want him to talk, knock him out the game. I mean, knock him out. You don't want him to talk. Don't do anything illegal, but make sure that guy knows he ain't going to be talking no more. Chad Johnson talked. Why? Because he could back it up. He was in the end zone dancing. Why? Because he could back it up. T.O. could back it up.
You're 100% right, Random. There is people out there who are great and aren't cocky. We're not saying that.
Larry Fitzgerald was one of those guys who was never cocky, but he was great. But yeah, most of the time you have to have a swagger to you. And if you want to shut them up, either stop them or go out there and produce against them. And that's how you can shut somebody up. That's how you stop somebody from being cocky.
The 1 yard line, you're acting like that D-Jax mistake happened all the time. He did it once when he was young.
Yeah.
That's it. Leon Lett did the same thing. He got the ball taken from him at the 1 yard line in the Super Bowl. Are we going to harp on one mistake that the guy made? Deshaun Jackson was young when he made that play. I don't know.
Deshaun Jackson will go down as one of the greatest deep threat receivers in NFL history for what he's done over his career. He's done it for a very long time.
Play. You act like the motherfucker dropped the ball on the one every goddamn time he was at the 1 yard line. What are you talking about? One play does not define somebody's legacy.
I just said Plaxico Burress did the same thing his rookie year.
I mean, you can go 39 QB sneak. I mean, you could do that.
Just ask Joe Judge. He was too busy looking at the tape on how to get the first down.
I don't know if he's the greatest deep threat ever. I mean, you had a lot of deep threats. You had Troy Holmes.
He's one of
them. No, he is actually the greatest. He has the most out of all at 80, I think. So, yeah, no, he is.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Djax holds that for the long. Yes, he's the greatest deep threat ever. Truly, he is.
I don't know if he'll be.
Would you put Tyreek Hill up there then? Would Tyreek Hill be up there?
Hill's
because he wasn't built to run speed like Jackson. His first route is a 9 route, right?
Right.
Tyreek Hill is a screenplay. He's a bubble screen guy. You know, he can get
screen slants, all that stuff.
Right. But Deshaun Jackson was a guy who took the top off of defense because his first play is run downfield. Tyreek Hill is, do that little like sidestep, get open, and then juke somebody and go to the house. Not saying he can't beat somebody deep like he did against the Buffalo Bills, although the Buffalo Bills were out of position. That safety is still wondering what he's doing on that play. I rewatch it every day. I'm like, what is the safety doing? And he comes down, gets flat-footed, and T. Hill runs right by him. There you go. Max said the same thing.
Yep. Remember that, too. Because he thought the play was dead. He thought he got touched.
Actually, T.O. had a bad game for a while. It wasn't until he caught the playoff touchdown is when T.O. really became on the map.
You're right. Against us. Yeah, against us.
No, in 49ers against Green Bay, when their announcer goes, he caught it. 1998. Listen, man, I love radio calls, so you'll get some of those from me. But
I would love to hear your play-by-play.
Oh my God, it needs to be on HBO because I'd be cursing up a storm. What the fuck are they doing on this play?
Hey, do it on Hardcore Sports. There you go.
Oh man, but that's what I'm talking about. Is that T.O. We look at these guys, and it's like because T.O. had a bad attitude, they didn't want to put him in the Hall of Fame. And this is the same thing. It's one of those things where that bad attitude precedes you because people don't like you. I loved me T.O. I was like, man, I need to get me one of those guys. Randy Moss is the same way. All right? He talks shit and score on you. Like, but am I mad? No, you know what he said? Stop me from scoring, and I won't dance, and I won't talk. Stop them from scoring. LT was the biggest talker. We're Giant fans. We're talking about talking and having an arrogance. LT talked all the time.
Yep. LT would always talk smack to the offender all the time. If you want to do something about it, stop me.
So, I believe Warren South was
the boss.
No, dude, shit talking is part of football.
And they're trying to take it out of the game.
Part of every sport.
It out the game.
It's what makes the game exciting.
I
loved it last night.
Oh my god! They did drop footballs. T.O. used to drop.
No, he said on the one though. He said he's saying they didn't do what Jax did.
Oh my god!
Run through and
he just said Plaxico Burress did that in the middle of a game, in the middle of the field, and turned the ball over. But that's not good enough for you.
Yeah, but he's talking specifically Randy and T.O. though.
Right, no, I'm just saying.
Wait, Key, what were you trying to say, Key?
I was trying to say Phillip Rivers was the biggest shit talker they was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And are we complaining about him?
No, because he's probably a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Oh, I'm sorry. He didn't drop the ball at the 1 yard line. Give me a break. Plenty of guys have done that. I've seen it happen. The guy threw the ball backwards and didn't score. And it didn't go over the line. It went into the fumble and became a touchback for the other team. Deshaun Jackson is not the only guy that's done that. Okay.
Deshaun Jackson made that boneheaded play at that time.
Must be an Eagles hater.
But he also was one of the greatest deep threat wide receivers ever, and he did a lot of good for not only the Eagles but for the other teams he played for, like Washington, for the Rams at a point. for the Bucks. He did a lot of good in his career besides that one play, and it's not going to be the only play that's going to define his career because there's a lot of great that he did too.
I mean, if we really want to search the annals of Google, I'm sure we can find more than one guy.
There's all over the place. All over the place, Adam. Of guys.
College is different than the pros, though. College is different from the pros.
Yes, it is.
Like,
you can't even get up when you fumble a football. It's dead on arrival.
So,
unless you pick it up, it's dead on arrival.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just got an update on Steph Curry's status since he got hurt last night. He apparently avoided major injury to his foot last night, and there's optimism around his status going into Game 4 tomorrow.
Oh, boo-hoo to him!
That's because freaking big ass Al Horford fell on him, but it was just a hustle play. They all were going for the ball, so it wasn't nothing dirty about that.
Like on the ground, everybody was on the ground trying to get the basketball. It wasn't a dirty.
It's just part of basketball. Nothing dirty about it.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that Draymond Green and all these Celtics were trash talking each other.
Sure,
that brought me back to the old school NBA days, where that was all it was trash talking.
What's the karma? I mean, the guy's played like 10 years in the league. I don't understand what the karma is.
Well, no, what he's saying is like whenever you make a mistake, and it's probably a mistake we all agree he definitely shouldn't have made, but
he never made it again.
No, he never did make it again, but that is a karma. That's a bad situation happening to somebody that it probably shouldn't have happened to. You know, it's just when you talk shit sometimes and your mouth gets ahead of your ass.
Yeah, well,
that was one of those moments, you know, and that was a bad karma situation. I agree, you know, but like we all said though, that mistake never ever happened again.
I think he made up for it in 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, man. How many other touchdowns? You're talking about the one play that he missed. How many other touchdowns does Deshaun Jackson have in his career? Quintessential game, part of our game. You're just harping on one guy that made a fumble. Leon Lett did the same thing in the Super Bowl. How come he ain't talking about that?
Let's see.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, there's so many that you could nitpick on. I mean, for crying out loud. The one that stands out to me more than anything over the last, 6, 7, 8 years is whenever the fucking Seahawks in the Super Bowl didn't run with on the hard line and said they elect to pass the ball and get intercepted and lose.
That's even worse.
After that nice play that Curse did, that hell of a catch, and you passed on the 1 yard line.
And the guy got down there. I mean, Marshawn Lynch got the ball like the 8 and brought it down to the 1. And you don't even turn around and give it to him.
Deshaun Jackson played in 176 games, had 632 catches, 11,110 yards, and 58 touchdowns. That was his career.
He would have. He would have had 59 if he didn't drop it at the 1 yard line. I'm sure that 59 touchdowns eluding him. I'm sure he's losing sleep over it.
I
mean, he just went off of McNabb, so I think he's fine.
I mean, almost 60 touchdowns, over 11,000 yards, over 600 catches. I mean, that's the pretty damn good career.
Like, he's a pro. He shouldn't make mistakes. That's like every pro should be perfect. My God. They're professionals. They have bad days.
No, everybody makes mistakes.
But dude, I'm okay with that, dude. Everyone makes mistakes. Just because they get paid millions of dollars, like I said, they are still freaking human. Emotions.
You know whose fault that is?
Everything.
Yeah, it is. It's part of coaching too. When you have poor coaching, you tend to see these mistakes happen a lot more than normal. Because poor coaching leads to a lot more mistakes within your team.
We gave him the business. We just ain't see it.
Oh, that's why he never did it again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why he never did it.
Like, you want to last in this league, kid? You can't do that.
Yeah, we'll never see Tom Brady jump over a tackle ever again.
I mean, my coach used to tell me run past the goalpost. Once you get past the goalpost, drop the ball, right?
That is the reason why I've always respected Joe Paterno. God rest his soul, because as a Penn State head coach, that was one thing he preached the most as a coach. Act like you've been there before. When you score a touchdown, you don't need to do anything. Just give the ref the ball and act there, give your high fives and go. It just saves any issues from happening, period. If you don't do anything, nothing comes of it. But
ECG, I want to address this because the game is 3 hours long. Guys make mistakes all the time. My quarterback for the Giants got fumbled the football. He's supposed to hold it high and tight. The ball comes out after he gets hit. That's a mistake. That's what happens. They get paid on the other side of the football to play as well. You make a mistake. Eli Manning slid head first and lost the football when nobody touched him. Or why aren't you making fun of that guy? Why aren't you making fun of Plaxico Burress, who we just brought up?
Multiple times.
That's the point. That's my point, is you're acting like the one mistake defines Deshaun Jackson's career, and you need to be perfect 17 days out of the week. Why do you think they play? Mistakes happen every Sunday, 17 weeks out of the year. Maybe you're not watching the game I'm watching, but that's what I see. Okay, Adam. Okay, buddy. Yeah, I want to see you on your best. You never make a mistake.
It was a boneheaded play by Deshaun Jackson during his rookie year.
Again.
It was a bonehead mistake by Deshaun Jackson during the rookie year, but
why don't you hop on the stream and make your point clear then?
He had himself a hell of a career.
yeah, I mean, you can always do that, Dante. You can always come on and
taking out a contest, hop on the stream and tell us what you mean, so then we can have a debate about your argument. Because right now, all you're telling me is that Deshaun Jackson shouldn't have fumbled the football because he's a professional. And I can say the same thing about Daniel Jones or Eli Manning or Plaxico Burress. I mean, the list goes on and on. I don't understand what you mean I'm taking it out of context. You seem to think that 58 touchdowns doesn't matter for the one that he dropped years ago.
No, it. Everybody's able to make mistakes. And trust me, there's plenty of people out there on record who have made crucial mistakes at crucial times. And that was one of them. But I'm not going to hold him to that his entire career.
What about Jalen Rager's 2 mid drops?
Rager's a different story.
Yeah.
No, Rager dropped the touchdown in the back of the end zone. How come we're not calling him out for dropping the game-winning touchdown?
Twice.
Evan Ingram drops a touchdown. I kill him every week. That's a mistake. The ball was in his hands.
I mean, Dallas Goedert too, when he had the ball and then it hit his shoe.
What's up, Taj?
Like Darius Slayton dropped a wide open pass in the middle of the Washington game, and he should have caught it.
Oh my God, Slayton was
mistakes happen all the time too.
If Slayton would have dropped that pass, I would have won the game. That would have sealed the game.
Game over.
Game over. He didn't drop that.
No, it was the Chiefs, wasn't it? Wasn't it the Chiefs?
No, it was the Redskins week 2.
It was against the Washington.
Okay.
I remember it like it was
No. That is not even close to the argument. That is not even close.
Oh, that's not no.
No.
That's gotta be no. That's gotta be
no.
No offense, but that's gotta be the stupidest thing I ever heard.
No, it's not. No, it's not. What he's trying to say is that because these guys are professionals, that drop that he made on the 1 yard line is unexcusable from what I'm taking and getting from it.
And I'm saying, okay, big deal. He did it, move on from it. But he wants to hang on it and say we take it out of context when we gave prime examples of people doing the same thing in different parts of the field. And I'm sure if I went on Google right now and typed in people dropping the football 1 yard before the goal line, I'm sure I'm going to get 100 clips over the 70-something, 100 years of the NFL that it's happened more than once. Right? But Deshaun Jackson did it once, and we're sitting here, this guy's sitting here crying about, well, he's a professional. You need to be on point for 17 days out of the year. Give me a break. Give me a break. That's why they lose. That's why no one's been perfect since the Miami Dolphins. If you want to talk about perfection, there you go.
Patriots did it.
They went 18-1. Thank you very much.
You're right. They lost in the Super Bowl.
Yep. Yep.
Man, he was ready on that one.
They did. Yes, they did.
They did. Yeah.
I just love how when I come back, everyone's pictures or their avatar except for Dante.
Oh, I'm gonna come back up. I'm just.
I will too in a bit.
I'm still working. I'm multitasking.
Yeah, Key, I respect that.
I am working as well, so I'm gonna have to hop off soon. But
yeah,
I'm on my
dude, that that was a very interesting debate.
Well, it started out with Daniel Jones and butt fumbles and all this stuff, and then we have a guy complaining.
I started that. I'm sorry.
And I don't even know what year drops a football at the 1 yard line, and he's supposed to be Mr. Perfect.
I think it was 2011, wasn't it?
Was it?
When was his rookie year?
Oh, I don't
When was he
remember.
rookie?
You're asking me to
2008?
remember too far back.
2008.
It's been 11 years.
Dude, I can barely remember last year. Shit.
I can barely remember yesterday.
I can barely remember 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Well, I can
I
definitely
lost
remember.
brain cells talking about Deshaun Jackson dropping a football at the 1 yard line. He came into the league in 2008.
Who?
Deshaun Jackson came into the league.
That's right, 2008. And then they got Macklin the year after and McCoy.
Wait, AK, who popped in? I just heard someone in
They
backstage.
popped in and out. I don't know.
Noki dokie.
Here it is. In his rookie year against the Cowboys, Jackson celebrated prematurely before running into the end zone by flipping the football behind him at the 1 yard line. This led to Brian Westbrook running it in for a touchdown from the 1 yard line on the next play. So they didn't even lose the possession.
Then he did it. He must have did it twice then, because
In
that
his
one
rookie year.
Dallas did get a possession. They overturned it.
I don't ever recall him doing it twice.
It says right here.
I only ever remember once.
The Eagles lost the game 41-37. Jackson finished the game with 6 receptions and 110 yards, becoming the only receiver in NFL history to have 100 yards receiving in each of his first 2 games beside the Eagles' Don Looney in 1940. So they lost the football game, but they still scored on that drive.
Yep.
Okay? Challenge was overturned. She was right. So the challenge was overturned, and Westbrook ran it in for a touchdown. So he celebrated prematurely in his rookie year. Okay, his rookie year. We're allowed to have the guy make mistakes in his rookie year. So whoever that guy is, get over yourself. It happened his rookie season, just like Plaxico Burress. You have to adjust to the NFL game.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, man. No matter what, I know sometimes we all sit here and we look at these guys as machines,
Like
because to a point they are. I mean, these are natural freak athletes with incredible amounts of athleticism, that all of us only wish we could have. And sometimes we forget they are human because of how amazing they really are. And, dude, that's the thing. Just because they are that way doesn't mean mentally they can't get excited and they can't make mistakes because of adrenaline and excitement and being in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. I mean, nerves, you know what I'm saying, man? It's just one of those things.
It's not Madden. This is not Madden. We're not dealing with AI artificial intelligence, where you can have a guy run 99 speed. I used to take Madden and take Michael Vick and make him a kick returner and run for 100-yard touchdowns every year. That's not going to happen in real life because they don't want to lose their quarterback. So we can't just think. I think a lot of people use Madden as their barometer to football. And they're like, oh, yeah, the machines, they got to be professional. They got lives too, man. They got girlfriends, wives, kids, whatever it is. We don't know where their headspace is at. This kid celebrated early thinking that he's going to be hot dogging all the way to the end zone, and he blew it. He had one play. Thankfully, it didn't cost him the game, and it was all over national TV because it was on Monday Night Football. I doubt, and he never did it again. So, okay, great. How many times has this guy fumbled the ball by himself? I said Eli Manning, prime example against the Eagles. Runs for a first down, loses the football, we lose the possession, and we lost the game.
Yep.
No, it was definitely dumb, man, and I'm with Random here. It was definitely dumb, but in all honesty, like we said though, it's just him being a rookie, and he truly thought he was one step further over the line than what he truly was. That's all it was. He thought he was clear, and he really wasn't. Just whoops. It is what it is.
It's over.
Yeah.
We missed it.
Oh, don't forget, he forgot to run when he was playing with the Raiders.
What's that?
He forgot to run when he was playing with the Raiders.
That's right. Yeah.
He caught the ball and didn't go nowhere. Like what?
He caught the ball and he ran backwards, and then he ended up getting from losing the football. fumbling the football. He forgot which way to run. He did. Yeah, that was against the Raiders.
Listen, when you've been a losing team like the Giants, you've seen many a mistake and many bad plays. All right, the Giants have been losing for the last 5 years. I've seen everything that you guys have talked about and more happen on my team.
Yep.
So
Me too. Same thing.
Am I mad that Deshaun Jackson in 2008, missed a touchdown because he was a rookie? I mean, come on, that's what he's a rookie for.
I mean, listen, guys, you are hearing it from the people themselves who got juked out by a 45-year-old quarterback. So they're not lying.
Yeah, exactly.
How about how about he doesn't comment about that? How about the comment about making a tackle against the runner? How come we're not making that comment? I think that's even worse than dropping the ball at the 1 yard line when you're missing it when your job is to tackle. I don't know. I just think.
How about when you're a professional wide receiver and your job is to catch the ball and you're wide open with nobody around you and you still find a way to drop the ball when you would have had a game-winning touchdown there? Why don't we talk about that more?
Thank you, Drew. Holy freaking crap. Why didn't I think of this before? 2 years ago when Tom was 43, he got caught forgetting it was fucking fourth down.
Yep, that's true.
He's 12 years into his career.
I forgot about that.
Great point,
And he totally forgot how many downs he was on the field. You are like, what, 16 years in your career or something like that? How do you forget something like that?
I mean, he was like, "Oh, I didn't know what down it was."
I just
How
think
do you not know what down it is? It's a big thing on the sidelines because I've held them when my son used to play games. Matter of fact, that's the awesomest That's the awesomest view you ever had. But how do you not see the big four on the sideline?
Sometimes things get missed. I mean, the same thing with Donovan. Didn't he say he didn't realize there was a tie in the NFL or some shit?
Okay, so I'm going to just take it Tom Brady didn't like me talking about him.
What happened?
He knew you were an Eagle fan.
I don't know. Tom Brady's a hacker. He's on here and he's like, anybody talks negative about me, goodbye.
I'm negative about me. I'm Tom Brady. How dare you say anything about me?
No, but yeah, dude. I mean, and to me, that's a much bigger problem than what dropping the ball in the one. You forgot what down it was and cost your team a complete.
How about this one? Gus Frerotte, 1997 Monday Night Football, runs his head into a concrete wall and is taken out of the game after he scored a touchdown. Okay, you want to talk about dumb? That's dumb.
I mean, if you want to hear dumb,
a concrete wall after scoring a touchdown and then getting yourself kicked out of the game is dumb.
I mean, if you want to hear dumb,
I got one. You remember one of the Grammatica brothers, the kickers? One of them celebrated after making a kick, and he actually tore his ACL while celebrating. He made a kick. That's dumb. Well, he's too busy dancing around, and he tore his ACL.
With Grammatica, damn, I feel.
What about
a field goal?
Wait, what about Forrest Gump? Remember when he got the ball and he kept on running? He ran through like the cheerleaders and everything.
Forrest Gump does not play in the NFL.
Hey, he played for Alabama. Alabama.
I didn't know he didn't play in the NFL. That's news to me.
He played for Alabama.
I don't want to run anymore. I don't want to run anymore, guys.
I just gave you the.
There's been dumb plays all over the place. There's been dumb plays.
Here, I'll give you the clip.
Yeah, he's right. Brain fart plays. It happens all the time in every aspect in every sport. Just ask Chris Webber. What happened to him?
Yeah, what's good, Sonic?
The thing I type in first.
Eagle, what up?
What's up?
What's good, buddy?
What's going on?
Speedy Eagle, I gotta ask you. Did you see a Boys Collect video?
Yeah, I saw it on Eagles Champ though.
And did you see what Philly Jim tweeted?
No, I think he blocked me for some reason. I don't know.
I
couldn't see.
I got you.
Hold up. Something for you guys.
Y'all been running down all night, bro. I'm seeing it all on stories and all that, bro. Y'all been good at that.
All right, hold up. Let me find it. Where's it at? Oh, here it is. You guys ready for this shit? There you go.
Let's
Am I
see
gonna
it.
laugh?
He said that.
No, not
You-
that. That ain't.
Sorry, I had to. You brought
I
him.
would've done it.
What in the
I would have done it
hell was
too.
that?
I got the Gus Rock clip in the private chat if you guys want
AK, once I get the StreamYard rolling, I'm gonna need that clip.
Okay. Oh, it's on here, dude. You'll all have access to it.
I just need a login.
Now, come on, let's go watch the great Gus Barat. Might even be one of the biggest highlights of his career.
Yeah, what's good, awesomeness? Welcome. Appreciate
What
you.
is up,
stopping.
Awesomeness? Commander Awesomeness reporting for duty.
Mitch, are you eating gluten-free tofu again?
Now grilled cheese.
Is it gluten-free?
I do remember that.
No.
When Wentz tried to pass with his left hand,
to. Man, and
that
boy
was
saying-
funny. That was funny.
Man, we went down memory lane the opposite. We're trying to talk about scrambling quarterbacks, and here we are talking about the biggest mistakes in
I mean,
NFL.
well, one of the biggest mistakes that's happened last year with Dak Prescott and the referee. That's pretty much the,
I mean, like, see, this is the point I don't get. How you've known this in Pop Warner and you know this in Little League. How do you not know the ref supposed to touch the ball first? How do you not know
Right?
that? Every time, after every play, the ref supposed to touch the ball first. How do you not know that? And
Ref does want to
this
touch his
this
ball
going on in
first.
Pop Warner, whatever you play. Basketball, baseball, how do you
Oh,
not know
that's
you're
just
supposed to touch the ball first? How
that's
do you
just
not
like
know
Clay. That's just like Clay's Clay.
Oh, Chase
Claypool,
Claypool. Yeah, Chase Claypool did.
yo,
did the same thing. Pittsburgh
In
could have
Minnesota.
won, but he wants to celebrate. First down. No,
And his
it's not a
teammate tried
time to
to take the ball
celebrate.
from him. His teammate tried to get
That's
the ball.
what that is what we call young and dumb, though.
Right. The same thing with that Deshaun Jackson was young and dumb.
Yes. Yes.
Comes
And
full
then he's
circle.
gonna throw his teammate underneath the bus. Come on, Chase, don't do that. Don't do that.
It was his fault. He didn't tell me. Oh man, memory lane. First, it starts with Daniel Jones. Then it starts with Tom Brady, and here we are. Dak Prescott.
Yep.
I think the Dak Prescott thing annoys me more because you're the quarterback of the team. You're supposed to understand the down and distance. You're supposed to know that yes, this was what happens every play that you get a first down or they spot the football. They have to touch it and blow the whistle and then get out of the way.
Yeah.
And
No,
McCarthy threw Dak underneath the bus for that.
You need to make the substitutions because it's a rule that if you substitute, the other team gets to substitute, and that's why he would probably be holding the football.
I know what you're talking about. Air Force. Yes, I coach youth football. By the way, I'm supposed to be getting my championship ring soon. Anyway, but it's you still do that in Little League football. The ref still supposed to touch the ball. Still supposed to touch the ball before any play gone. He supposed to touch it. He supposed to spot the ball. How do you not know that if you're Dak Prescott? Still, Dak Prescott tried to set the ball himself, put the ball on himself. The ref got to touch the ball every single play. It's like that in every sport. Ref got to touch the basketball. He got to touch the football every single play. After every play, the ref got to touch the ball.
same with hockey. The referee has to touch the hockey puck first.
All right, guys, I got to get going, but thanks for having me on here.
No
Enjoyed
problem,
it
Adam.
Very
Anytime,
much.
man. It's always fun. Have a good day at work.
Take it easy, Adam.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, man, this has been fun. I enjoy talking QBs because there is a lot of great ones out there, truly. Whether you're speaking old school or even new, But like we said last night, thank God we are not freaking Cleveland Browns right now.
Cleveland, this is for you. We're going to need that for the StreamYard, AK. We're just going to need LeBron to yell Cleveland whenever we talk about Deshaun Watson.
Yo, money, Mitch.
Yeah.
Do you still have that Melvin Gordon clip?
I have to look it up on YouTube.
I know Jeff remember that. Jeff, you remember that?
Oh, I remember it. Yeah, I know. I remember that one.
Dante was
Play
like,
it again.
"Oh my
Play
God,
it
look
again,
at him."
Dante. Play it again.
Oh yeah, yo. All the three I can just say. All I saw is three giants chasing after Melvin Gordon. I saw three giants chasing after Melvin Gordon. That's all I saw.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I actually put it in my video. I was about to say, this is Giants.
Hey, Jeff, did your linebacker who missed Brady miss that one too?
It was a corner.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I mean, we were missing plays left and right all over the place.
I'm just asking because I don't remember, but
What,
I figured
was
you
it
did.
Eli Apple? Maybe it was the great
I don't
Eli
know. It
Apple that
wasn't
missed the
Eli
play.
Oh, I
Is that
interviewed
what
him.
Eli Apple would do?
I forgot who it was, but he had a bad angle. He took a bad tackling angle. He took a bad tackling angle. I forgot who it
Oh
was.
God, we're
was a
not
call-
going to talk about Eli Apple.
It was a DB though.
He hates Eli Apple.
No,
The late, great Eli Apple.
This is why I hate Eli Apple. This is why I'm going to tell y'all a story why I hate Eli Apple. And Mitch knows because he was part of it. So I asked the Bengals secondary coach about Eli Apple. Like I praised his ass and all, right? Good. When Mitch asked him a question, he seemed uninterested that whole interview. It wasn't just Mitch, it was just his whole media day. I did not like. I said, you know what? Eli Apple's trash. And then he gonna call out OBJ and say, oh, I know all his moves, and you get burnt. No, you got no respect for me no more.
Eli Apple sucks, and I know because I had to watch him.
I
was about to ask.
So I'm gonna show him some
I was about to ask.
He sucks.
Who was y'all GM when you guys drafted Eli Apple?
Jerry Reese. Because we should have. Our original plan in that draft was we wanted to get either Leonard Floyd or Jack Conklin, but the Giants were too busy throwing their draft strategy out there. So then it leaked to other teams. So that's why the Bears jumped us to get Leonard Floyd, and why the Titans jumped us to get Jack Conklin. And then we were stuck there. We didn't know who the hell to pick. So we're like, you know what? Let's take a chance on Eli Apple. And how that worked out for us.
You know Eli Apple is Michael Blackson's nephew?
I mean, did it work for the Bengals with Eli Apple?
Blood nephew.
Hey, Mac, could have went without knowing that one, my guy, but appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was a nice shining moment.
Yo, Mac, I gotta be a part of your wrestling podcast, bro. Seriously, we gotta do wrestling. We gotta do pay-per-view watch along, AEW, stuff like that.
Do you just do AEW or do you do WWE as well, Mitch?
I do both from time to time, WWE, because WWE sucks, and especially with Cody Rhodes out now.
Yeah.
No, it's okay, man. That hey, you got even. It's cool. Yeah, when we were up here, granted, it was just funny, just because it's Tom Brady, but ultimately it does.
I honestly forgot.
It does make me look bad. So yeah, hey, shots fired.
I could laugh because Jalen Hurts was awful when we played against you guys the first game, where he was too busy throwing it to our defenders more than he was throwing it to his receivers. Jalen Hurts was horrendous that whole game.
There was this one play that still pissed me off.
Here's what Hurts would do, bro.
So here's what Hurts would do. He would run and then we'll just throw it. Like, doesn't even throw it away. I'm like, why are you throwing it when you have an opportunity to throw it away? Like, if you're not gonna throw it away, just run out of bounds.
Yeah. But speaking of that, you guys saw I posted in the group the NFC East, what they're saying, the list in the top 5 wide receivers in that group.
Yep.
What do you guys feel about that? They put A.J. Brown number 1. They got Smith number 4. C.D. Lamb, I believe, is number 2. McLaurin 3.
So where's Scary Terry? 5?
No, McLaurin right now is number 3. No Giants are on the list, which I'm not surprised. Right now, maybe put Galladay there because of experience and because Gallup is hurt. But, yeah, I mean, I'd actually flip McLaurin and Lamb. I think McLaurin is the second best receiver in the division. I agree.
I mean, like I said, I'm trying to take my biasness out, and I get, they got AJ Brown number 1. But if you wanted to, I would flip it and do Terry and then AJ, only because Terry does have more yards.
Terry, he's good.
He had more yardage. He's been going
Yeah,
through
you mean
99
Commander Terry
quarterback.
reporting for duty?
So I mean, McLaren burns us every damn time. So I mean, I'm taking my, trying to be unbiased here, and I would still have AJ there, but he would just be number 2 for me.
You know what
That's
I
fair
would
enough.
say? You know what I would say though? I would plead the fifth.
Oh, Dante, please.
It's a point. Look, you got a point. Look, this is why I'm doing. Like AJ Brown, and I think I don't know how many times I thank AK and Keaton from taking AJ Brown up out my damn division. I want to thank you guys.
Hey, I'm here too.
Mitch, I say that to everybody. Everybody, thank y'all for taking him out the AFC South. But
yeah, thanks for bringing him in our division.
Hey,
has been consistent with bad quarterback play too. He
Right.
hasn't had some quarterbacks either. So he's still been consistent.
Right.
So I had to plead the fifth on that one. And give them both their flowers.
Dante always pleads the fifth and always goes NA.
Well, and not just that too. Not just that too, but I mean, granted, you could say it about McLaren as well, but
yeah, he's had nothing.
They are both young. Yeah, but they are both young, and they haven't even come close to hitting their primes yet, either of them, truly. So I don't know what AJ has. He could be, his ceiling could be off the charts. So could McLaren's. But until we see it, I don't know. But from what they've done so far, I got to go with Keel on this one. I mean, he does have the 1,000 yards, but I got to give it to McLaren because he has not had the quarterback.
He hasn't had a compliment either, receiver. He really has no secondary receiver for a long time.
If I had to pick one, I would pick McLaren because his first year he had over 900 yards. Last year, this man had down. Well, the second year he had 1,100 yards, and this year to even touch 1,000 with Taylor Heineke being that inconsistent, that's crazy. That's just really crazy. And then AJ Brown was injured. AJ Brown dealt with injuries all last year, and he still got over 800 yards kept receiving. So Terry McLaurin, if you look at it, Terry McLaurin's been consistent every single season with terrible quarterback play.
Though, Coach, I know we all sit here and we bust their balls and stuff, but I won't lie, man. I actually like Taylor Heineke. Yes, there is flaws in his game, but the dude's got a pretty decent arm. He seemed to command that offense pretty well. I mean, they were 7-10 last year.
Yeah, I'm okay with Taylor Heineke. I think he's cool.
Yeah.
I think he's cool for what he's shown against Tampa Bay the last couple of years. I just said he's been more inconsistent.
Yeah.
I think if you put the right pieces and the right weapons around, I think you can win with him. I think he actually pulled some games off with him. I think he's okay.
There are a couple of those receivers though in that division. If they can, stay healthy and mature a little bit, I think Devontae Smith has the potential to be the best receiver in that division. That kid has got everything. Route running, smooth. He's quick in and out of his breaks, and especially now that you got another guy next to him, I think Smith is going to be that breakout player. And I would even throw Kadarius Toney in there because Toney, look what the kid did in limited time. He didn't play a lot, but in limited time, Kadarius Toney was a serious threat on that field. Just ask Trayvon Diggs how many times that he wrapped him around all over the place and made him look silly a lot. So if Toney can stay healthy, that guy's going to be a playmaker on the field. Same thing with Jahan Dotson because of his deep threat speed.
I'm sorry if I offend any Dallas fans. You know what? No, I'm not. Why am I apologizing? Trayvon Diggs is overrated.
I was going to say, why are you apologizing for that?
Trayvon
Diggs
is
a ball hawk. He's just straight up ball.
Because he can't cover man to man.
You're right. He gets beat a whole lot over the top.
A lot of people look at him and they're like, well, he had double-digit interceptions. A lot of that came from being at the right place at the right time. But what most people don't look at is he also gave up over 1,000 yards last year. That's terrible.
I just watching what Kadarius Toney did against him. I mean, Toney had over almost 200 yards receiving against him with a bad ankle, and a couple of the plays. I mean, he literally made Trayvon Diggs look silly. So I mean, he took advantage also from a pass rush that was very good, and a lot of times he was right there to make the play. Now he's not trash, but he's not like the best cornerback in the league. That's not at all. He did get beat a whole lot in terms of deep plays, and I mean, I think there's a lot of good young receivers in this division that could emerge going into this in this year. I would even throw Wan'Dale Robinson in there too on the Giants. I think that's another guy, especially with the system he's coming into and his way of being explosive, coming in and out. He could be another guy that can show up in there and make some plays. And also Quez Watkins. You got to start giving the ball to that guy too on the Eagles. I mean, Smith and Watkins should have both had close to 1,000 yards. I know a lot of you guys have been saying that they were too busy throwing the ball too much to Rager. But, I mean, Smith was just under 1,000 yards in his rookie season, and Quez Watkins is that deep threat you need. And now he can slot in as the number 3, him or Pascal, and you got yourself, a couple of other young receivers that could emerge in this division. I mean, I'm not sleeping on CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb is awesome too. It's just now without Cooper there, it's going to take a little bit of a hit on him because he doesn't have the other sure-handed guy, and Gallup is coming off an injury right now, so you don't know what Gallup is going to be coming off a torn ACL. He might not be completely the same guy until he gets himself back, because Barkley's the same thing. Barkley took at least a year for him to come back from the ACL injury. You don't know how guys are going to heal. So I would probably go Brown still number 1. I'd probably say McLaurin 2, Lamb 3, Smith 4, and I would say Galladay 5 because of the track record. I think Galladay is going to have a bounce-back season. And I'm not a Galladay fan at all. I've bashed the guy for a while, but I think Galladay will have a bounce-back season. I'm not a fan of Kenny Galladay at all. But I think him or Toney is going to have a big season for the Giants.
0 touchdowns.
Both of them.
And it gets all that money for 0 touchdowns.
Well, my whole qualm with Diggs is, and even Parsons at this point, is what is the odds that they replicate their season from last year? What's the odds that Diggs comes out here and gets double-digit interceptions again? It's probably highly unlikely. Now, when I say that, I sit here and say Parsons and them probably have a down year from last year. But when I say that, I'm not talking like it's going to be like a major step down. It's like, okay, he's going to go from 10 interceptions to probably down to maybe the more reasonable 6. You know what I mean? But that's still being effective. But if you look at it and you take 6 and he's still giving up 1,000 yards next year, that's a even bigger issue because you now don't have those double-digit interceptions anymore. The double-digit interceptions make his stats look better. But if he only had 6 interceptions last year, does he look as good?
I mean, it's still a great year if you only have 6. It doesn't look as good, though. Doesn't look as good giving up 1,000 yards, but it's still a good year for a cornerback to even just get 6 interceptions. So it will be a down year based on last year. But again, that's still 6 interceptions. It's hard to get. It's hard to catch interceptions in this league. So I mean, 6 interceptions. It will still be good. It will still be fine. That's an average. That's like what a cornerback kind of average or a safety kind of average, like 6 to 5 interceptions. I think having 6 interceptions still will be pretty solid. But I'm like I said, I don't think he would duplicate the year that he had last year, catching double-digit interceptions. But again, that also plays into some of his receiving skills too, because he used to be a receiver as well. So he's gonna be aggressive, going after the football most of the time. Sometimes that plays with his lack of being a coverage guy as well. So I'll say 6 interceptions still will be a solid year for a cornerback. But I mean,
AK, let me go ahead and head out and finish up work here. But of course, my first time up here, I'm sure it won't be my last.
Yes, ma'am. No, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Like if you go one-on-one with Steph, if you go one-on-one with him, you can beat him one-on-one. You can definitely beat him one-on-one with single man coverage.
Yeah. No, man.
Eagles
Go
are
ahead.
going to be a problem this year on offense. I really think it's all going to come down to what Jalen Hurts can do at quarterback. I think that's the one biggest question with the Eagles because you got an offensive line, you got two potential 1,000-yard receivers. Quez is pretty good as a third as well as Pascal. Goddard is a very good tight end. You got a good running game. What the hell are you going to get from Jalen Hurts? That's the biggest question because that guy can derail that entire offense if he can't take the next step. The Eagles are in such a weird spot this year because I hate the Eagles, as everybody knows. I can't stand your team and the pain that you guys have caused me for over the years. But I will admit, because I think the Cowboys took a little bit of a step back with some of the players they lost this offseason, I think the Eagles are set up to be the best team in this division. But a lot will depend on health, always, and also depend if Jalen Hurts can really put it all together and become a better quarterback in terms of passing, like a pocket passer, be able to hit his receivers deep, be able to be accurate enough to hit his guys, and be able to stay healthy. And I think the Eagles will be a good team. I think they are the best team overall in terms of talent. Just what are you going to get from Jalen Hurts? That's the biggest question.
So I got to ask you real quick, Jeff. How do you see the division panning out at the end of the season if you had to predict right now? By what all four teams that we have right here on paper, how do you guys seeing the division playing out right now? If
any of my giant brethren catch me here saying this, they might try to ban me out of the group or anything. But I'm going to say the Eagles, I think, have the most talent, and if Jalen Hurts can put it together as a passing quarterback, I think the Eagles will be the best team in the division. I think they could win 10 or 11 games because their talent is superior right now. I think the Cowboys, they're still a very talented team too. I mean, they did lose Cooper, they did lose Gregory, but I mean, they still got Prescott, Lamb, Elliott. They still got a couple of good players on the defense. So the Cowboys, I think, could be a 9 or 10 win team. Washington and the Giants, I really don't know because Washington, what are you going to get from Carson Wentz? I mean, Carson Wentz has shown ability at times to be a good quarterback, but he's also so boneheaded upstairs. And I mean, what is Chase Young going to be coming back off a torn ACL? You guys still got Jonathan Allen. What are you going to get from Sweat? What are you going to get from Payne? Their linebacking core is suspect. Their secondary is I mean, and the Giants have talent on offense if they could just stay healthy. Barkley, Tony, Galladay, Shepard, Jones has made plays at times. Wan'Dale Robinson could be a guy that could be emerging as a rookie wide receiver. Their offensive line couldn't have been any worse than it was last year. I mean, I love Evan Neal. The defense, the pass rush should be immensely better with Thibodeau. And you got Thibodeau there. You have Aziz going in his second year. We had a great rookie year. Leonard Williams and what's going on, Taj? You have Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence. I think the secondary is going to be better. McKinney is going to be going in his third year. He's going to be more of a leader. He's a good player. Jackson as well. I think the Giants, it's all going to depend on injuries, and also it's all going to depend on as well as what's going to go happen with Daniel Jones. Just like Jalen Hurts, what the hell are you going to get out of Daniel Jones this year? Period. So I think that the Giants will finish in third. I think they could win 7 to 9 wins, and I think Washington will finish in the basement. I think they'll have at least 6 or 7, maybe like 5 or 6 actually.
Wait, can I just say something before I forget this? So, Jeff, I don't know if you're gonna like this or not, but when I was in third grade, my best friend at the time, diehard Eagles fan, right? Diehard, had every single jersey, and then his dad got a job. They had to move to Florida. The next year, he becomes a Giants fan. In Florida, he becomes a Giants fan, and his dad is still an Eagles fan, who I talk to this day. So it's just like we just don't understand why he's a Giants fan now.
He's not a fan. If you're born a fan, you are a fan of that team and that team only. I'm a New York Mets fan, and I have gone through a lot of hell with the Mets. I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan. You can't get any worse than what's happened with the Nets lately. The Giants have. Yeah. I mean, I could talk about how the misery of the Nets franchise for like hours, but the Giants,
brother.
Yeah, Dante, I can literally just go into hours about talking the misery about that franchise. But
you gotta be afraid to
you
get
are
frustrated.
if you are a fan of a team, when you were born and you root for a team, that's your team. You can't switch into another team. You're not a true fan. If you're an Eagles fan, you stick with being an Eagles fan, even if you lose, you suck, you're embarrassing, that's your team. How do you think Jets fans feel with the misery they've gone through? They haven't seen a Super Bowl since '69. Joe Namath is still the most important player in their home franchise. So I mean, and they're still loyal to their team. You are a fan of the team you root for from the second you were born, and the second you say like, "That's my team." That's the team. You guys are Eagles fans. You stick with the Eagles. Dante is a Texans fan. He sticks with the Texans. Yep. Taj and myself, we're Giants fans. We stick with the Giants, even as miserable as they make us. That's the team you stick for. You don't trade teams, and you're not a bandwagon fan who jumps from one team to another because you want to root for the good team. Like a lot of these bandwagon Nets fans have been before, and I get criticized or Adam gets criticized thinking that we're bandwagon Nets fans. We've been suffering from this with this team since the Brendan Byrne Arena days with Kenny Anderson and Derek Coleman in the 1990s. Like, that's the thing. I dislike fans that do that. You stick with your team. I agree, no matter
but
what.
Why would you become a Giants fan in Florida? That's my question.
I don't, because there's no. I guess Dolphin fans aren't represented over there. Bucks fans.
I mean, there's most.
I guess
Giants
they just don't have a true following there. I don't
Most
understand.
the Dolphins are looking good now on paper. They look good.
Yeah. Because because Todd said it. A lot of fans migrate. There's a lot of older folks that are living in New York and New Jersey that migrate down to Florida, but they're still, Giants fans. So there's still a good contingency of Giants fans, as well as maybe Jets fans that live in Florida.
There's a lot of Giants fans in Florida. Yeah. Because I've been to Florida before.
Yep. I have too, but I was like 5 or 6.
So. I mean, here, look in New Jersey. There's a whole lot of Eagles fans, Cowboys fans, Raiders fans, Packers fans, Steelers fans, Chiefs fans.
That's South Jersey.
There's even in North Jersey, they're all around. But yeah, South Jersey, it's majority in Eagles town. But there's fans all over the place. That's why I love football the most out of all the sports, is because there's fans all over the place in every single state. There's especially in the tri-state area. I know it's majority Giants and Jets. But there are a lot of those other types of fans. Cowboy fans are all over the place. You see Cowboys fans all over the place. And Steelers fans, Eagles fans, everything. It's awesome in a way too. But yeah, I can't stand when people bandwagon jump from one fan base to another. You stick with your team, no matter what. Thick and thin.
What up, Cool Cat? What up, brother?
What's up, fellas? I'm just on here before I head to work. Just heard you guys talk. So,
how you doing?
Not much. Hanging in there.
I only got like 16 more minutes before my Phillies stream.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Phillies win today. Hopefully we win today. But yeah. So, Cool Cat, I wanted to ask you this.
Go
ahead. We were talking about this earlier. Which is worse, the butt fumble or Daniel Jones falling after that 80-yard run?
The butt fumble.
I'm sorry. I'm going with Daniel Jones. I'm sorry.
Nah, the butt fumble, bro. It's the butt fumble. We not going to do that.
The butt fumble is worse.
Daniel Jones is wide open.
That's hard for me because they both make me laugh. Especially Daniel Jones running almost. So if can I choose both?
Yeah, or Tom Brady. What was it? Tom Brady over the tackle of the Giants.
Yeah, but Daniel Jones still burned that entire
Eagles choose all three.
Huh?
Daniel Jones still burned that entire Eagles.
Oh no, he did. I give you that. I give you that. Oh yeah, he did.
And then we scored that drive too. So I mean,
exactly.
I know.
Yeah, he burned us, but we still beat him.
No one said that you didn't burn us. We just said it's funny.
You know what's more funny?
It is funny though. As a Giants fan, it is funny though.
You know what's crazy?
Dude, if you're any
Darius
human
Slayton
being,
dropping a wide open pass when he had a wide open touchdown. That's funny in a bad way. O'Shane Zimenez jumping off sides when we had the game. We're actually about to take the lead against the Chiefs on Monday Night Football, and he decides to jump off sides, and after that we proceed to lose the game. Or Dexter Lawrence
bro,
jumping
you were
off sides on a field goal.
Giant
Bro,
fan.
you are talking.
I'm
That
sorry.
is
he is
funny.
a Giants fan. Yeah.
Yeah, but bro, you are talking to the team that owns JJ Arcega-Whiteside. If anyone knows about dropping balls, it's us.
And we have
Darius
Rager.
Slayton's
And we have
worse. Evan
Rager.
Ingram's
Rager.
worse.
Uh,
Watch Evan Ingram highlights. Watch Evan Ingram highlights, and you'll be like, "Oh shit, he's right."
Evan
I
Ingram
got a
has
question.
caught,
Do
Evan
you trust
Ingram has
Daniel?
caught
I
more
got a
balls
question.
than
I
JJ.
got a question.
He's
This
also
is good.
dropped more balls.
Do
and
you
he's
trust
tipped more
Daniel
for
Jones?
interception.
Do you trust Daniel Jones as your quarterback?
See, that's tough because there are a lot of things that Daniel Jones did that were head scratching. But, and I'm not making an excuse, Daniel Jones has never had the right scheme or coaching, never had a proper offensive line, and he's never had all his playmakers on the field. They've always been hurt. So Daniel Jones has been hurt by this franchise for years. He's never had what a lot of other quarterbacks have had to succeed. While I do agree, it's not an excuse, and Jones has did some idiotic things over the years and some turnovers that are non-excusable. So I'm 50-50 with it. It's like how you guys probably feel with Jalen Hurts. It's exactly how I feel about Adam. Well, I mean, I do hesitate, Adam. I'm 50-50 on it. I'm on the fence because I just don't know with Daniel Jones. I really don't know.
Hey, I say that about Davis Mills
I don't
too.
know.
I say that about Davis Mills. I don't know.
I said that about Jalen Hurts.
Listen, what did we talk about yesterday, man? With Daniel Jones, and I'm not even a big Daniel Jones fan. You know, in fact, I don't. I told you there is glimpses of what Daniel Jones does during games where you're like, oh, but then it just goes away. We talked
It's pretty
about
promising, but then
he's
It's
inconsistent.
like,
But the to defend that, what we said yesterday was this team only got worse since you've drafted him. You know, each and every year it's progressively gotten worse. Therefore, when we were talking about it yesterday, what's the one thing that you need from a QB to succeed in the NFL? The trust from your team and the trust from your wide receivers, your offensive line. You know, same way with Hurts and some of these other quarterbacks who are still growing, like Lawrence and Jacksonville and stuff. That trust that you guys develop, you know, and your team can only be as good as what you make it. And he didn't trust your offensive line because you guys did not help him. You did not protect him. So he knew that. And then he didn't also trust your wide receivers to be on their marks when he was supposed to throw the ball, which also has to do with him holding the ball longer. You know, if he trusted Galladay to be on his mark the moment that he was going to release that ball, he would have thrown it. But he hesitated because the trust was not there. You know what I mean? That's the same way with Hurts last year. A lot of people say, well, you know, why didn't he throw the ball here? Why didn't he throw the ball?
Did trust?
Go ahead.
The problem is the one guy that they did trust was he got hurt in the third game of the season. That was Shepard. He was their guy that was actually off to a really strong start at the beginning of the season, and then he got hurt in the Falcons game. And then that was Daniel Jones was trying to develop quick chemistry with Galladay and Tony, but Tony really didn't do anything his first couple of weeks of the season. And Galladay, they just for some reason wouldn't throw the ball to him. Because Galladay missed a lot of training camp last year when he got hurt with the hamstring injury, so he never really developed that strong of a chemistry with Galladay either. So they were just pretty much learning on the fly, trying to come together with both Galladay and Tony. And then obviously we saw what happened during the season where Galladay, Tony, Shepard, Slayton, all these guys were in and out of the lineup every 2 seconds. And then you were throwing the ball to guys like Colin Johnson, Farrell Cooper, David Sills, John Ross, Dante Pettis, who all have no business being out there starting receivers. And then Barkley obviously missed some time too, and they were horrendously using Barkley at the time as well. And then the offensive line, there was only one competent offensive lineman on that team, and that was Andrew Thomas. And Andrew Thomas missed a decent chunk of the season as well when he hurt his ankle. So, I mean, you're right. I mean, Daniel Jones also was holding on to the ball way too much, but at the same time, there were a lot of moments where Daniel Jones, when the pocket was collapsing on top of Daniel Jones, and there was a play there, Daniel Jones did not try to make the play when it was there, and he was too busy panicking, which caused him to fumble the ball, caused him to take the sacks, and it was just it was too many mental mistakes with Daniel Jones at times, and that's what hurt him last year. Is the mental mistakes and not trusting in his abilities to when he sees a throw, you make it. You trust in your receiver, even if you don't have 100% trust. You take it. You try to make the play when it's there, even if it's a small window. Because guys like Mahomes,
Get the tight window,
Allen,
man.
Herbert, the good quarterbacks, they will take a chance and try to make those throws and make it count. And Daniel Jones didn't do that. So that's why I say it's 50-50 on Daniel Jones.
Yeah, no, it is, and that is truly, honestly fair. You know, it is definitely 50-50. But when you don't do somebody any favors, it's very hard to truly sit there and say what they are. You know, like for instance, and I'm not comparing you guys to this franchise. I'm just only using them as an example because they're the best franchise to use this example on. How many true starting quarterbacks did the Cleveland Browns go through, and that they never made it just because the Cleveland Browns sucked? How many quarterbacks got washed and never made it just because of their franchise being as bad as what it was? You get what I mean? Does anyone?
There's a lot of. I mean,
yeah, they have 20 consecutive first round pick QBs. You're telling me 20 people suck that bad that they literally just picked 20 shitty people in a row?
I was kind of surprised the way Johnny Manziel went out. Honestly, because I thought he was going to be something. I'm not going to lie.
But you know that's what I'm saying though. Sometimes your product is only because of the team that is around you. You know, and that's why I'm saying, yeah, and that is a big number, dude. That's why I'm saying, are you truly telling me that Cleveland Browns just have that shitty of karma that they pick 20 bums in a row?
Cleveland,
like, is that what we're?
This is for you.
You know, or no lie, did they just truly? Did the talent and the organization just alone fit these guys? You know, because I don't think you can. I mean, is it truly possible to draft 20 bad quarterbacks?
I mean, it shouldn't be that possible. I mean, again, but like I said, everybody got to look at what they got around them instead of just critiquing the quarterback all the time. You got to just look at what they got around them. You got to look at what they got around them as well. But you know, I mean, like I say, I guess like Deshaun Kaiser wasn't really that good in college. Johnny Manziel was good. Johnny Manziel was good in college, but he can never translate in the NFL. Because his arm wasn't really strong at all. His arm wasn't really that strong, and you know he didn't take the game serious. He drank a lot. He partied a lot. That's all he wanted to do. So he really didn't take the NFL game as serious. Plus, he was small. He was very, very small as well. So again, the other quarterbacks I can't really even name. The only successful quarterback I really saw in Cleveland was Tim Couch. Actually, he was successful for like a couple of years. He did lead them to the playoffs. Jeff Garcia was okay for him, but again, I mean, like I said, again, if you don't got the right quarterback play in this NFL, it's going to be hard to win football games. It's going to be hard to win football games. That's why I'll say again, no matter, every quarterback needs some weapons around him. We can't critique and use that. This dude got this. This dude got a DeAndre Hopkins. That's why he's so good. I mean, Jalen Hurts just got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. We can't use that as a narrative. We cannot use that as a narrative to say the only reason Jalen Hurts is good because he got those guys. If you look at everybody in the NFL, every quarterback needs some type of weapons to build around. build around. And without that quarterback throwing them the football, they don't be successful either. Without that quarterback getting them the football. So we all gotta, as fans, we all gotta look at that. Then defensive wise, we gotta look at what they got on defense as well. That's another reason why we got it. We can't really critique a quarterback from not making a playoff or not being successful. Just got to look at the all aroundings. We just got to look at the all aroundings what the team got. But Cleveland didn't really have a quarterback. Cleveland quarterbacks just wasn't really good either, though. Too, they wasn't really good either, too. At the same time, so I definitely get your point. But the organization was just bad. Hugh Jackson was really not a good coach at all for this team. And the quarterbacks that they selected just wasn't really good. They were just good college players, but they wasn't really good. DeShone Kizer should have played one more year in college. He was definitely not ready.
Hey, AK, I'm going to see you later. I'm heading to work.
All right, sir. Have a good one. Be safe, buddy.
You too.
I'll catch you later, bro.
Yeah. So DeShone Kizer should have stayed in college one more year. He was definitely not ready for the NFL.
Yeah, no, and I'm sure, there is a few in there that were question marks. I get the Johnny thing, the potential was there, but it was his mental and his attitude that ultimately made him fail. We all know that, But talent-wise, it was there, but I don't know, man. I just can't see you being that unlucky that many times. It almost was like a curse at one point. You know what I mean? It really was, dude. It was like, man, they're going for it again next year. Man, they're doing it again. Holy crap, they're doing it again. Like, it was just something repetitive each and every year. And it was like, dude, thank God we are not them. And now you look at them now. They go out and they make Deshaun Watson the white whale, the most paid quarterback in all of football ever. Guaranteed money. And that's the face of the NFL. The Cleveland Browns did that.
Yep.
And now they can't even use him.
Can't even use him. I'm kind
of dude, I don't understand this organization and what they do. I don't get it.
Hey, I'm happy. I'm happy that they gave a future.
Oh, I know you're ecstatic down there, bro.
Like I say, we got half of their future in our hands now. So again, then he may not even play this year. He may not even play a full season this year. And it's getting worse for him. But that ain't the good part about it. That's the cold part about it. It's getting even worse for Watson too. It's getting even worse for him too. So again, now you got a disgruntled Baker Mayfield that they kicked out of camp.
All right, I'm gonna head out. I got my Philly stream. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
I appreciate it.
Hopefully the Phillies win after winning yesterday 10-0.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Don't think that they bad. Please don't think.
Fingers crossed.
Don't think that they really bad. Don't think that they really bad. The Phillies.
I'm not thinking that at all.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. A lot of people on the bandwagon now because they won 6 straight.
Oh, no. Trust me, man. I've been with this franchise since '88. I know what they're all about. They heartbreak you somewhere down the line. They do. Never get fooled. Somewhere, somehow, they're going to rip that rug out from under you. So.
Oh, no, don't say that.
Bro, that's all they do. Come on, man. But anyway, continue what you were saying. Sorry.
Oh, I was saying, I forgot all of a sudden what I was about to say about. I know I was talking about Deshaun Watson, but like I said, I'm glad that we got they pretty much their future in his hands, and it's getting worse for him too. Though it's not getting any better, but you did get still got a disgruntled Baker Mayfield on there that they excused out of practice and stuff like that. So again, now you got to rely on Jacoby Brissett. I don't know if you still got Case Keenum. So again, their quarterback situation is really not that good. Their quarterback situation is not good at all. So, I'm just glad we got half of their future.
Yeah, man. No, you guys lucked out. You really did. Damn. No, man, it's going to be a very interesting season. But yeah, we're coming up on 2 hours here. I think I'm going to end this one. We had some really good debates here today, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys coming in and talking. We beat around the bush all over, you know. We talked about all different kinds of quarterbacks and, you know, all different kinds of teams. So it was just fun. But yeah, until next time, guys, this is my boy, Coach Dante, you know, and my dude over here, BLSG. He is a up and coming streamer as well. He puts out content, so if you can go sub to his content. I'm on the road.
We're at 326 over here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
326. All right.
For subs, yeah.
Sweet. You know, I'm on the road to 1K. Just hit 400 recently, so pushing myself to 5 now. Got the new network coming out, Hardcore Sports. Have 18 people a part of that network. A lot of them were in here today talking, and you know, great group of guys, very great group of individuals that we put together who know their shit about their teams and about sports in general. You know, I'm blessed to work with each and every one of them. So definitely keep your eye out for Hardcore Sports. It will be dropping here soon. And, you know, it's Hardcore Sports for the hardcore fan. And at 1,000 subs, I'm going to be giving away this Eagles hat that is signed by Darius Slay. It's also signed by, hold up, we'll get it one way or another. We'll get it.
And of course, you can't get it right now because you're green screen.
There we go.
Sort of. It kind of disappeared again.
Well, it's signed by Jalen Waddle and Nakobe Dean as well. So, you know, at 1,000 subs, I'm going to give the hat away to one special winner. You know, it's just my way of giving back to the community and everyone who follows me. You know, some people aren't able to get out to events and able to do things that I do sometimes. And, you know, they're not able to get autographs. So it's just my way of giving back to somebody who needs. And, you know, if it puts a smile on their face for one day or, you know, just brightens one portion of their day by getting it, then, you know, I feel better about myself. So until next time, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. I am AK Eagles. Stay tuned. There will be more to come. Appreciate you guys. And fly, Eagles, fly. I'll catch you later, BPS. Or BLSG. Sorry, buddy.
Hey, you're good. You're good. People get that mixed up all the time.